welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslakir Gerleaf, and today we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the world of electrical plugs. Now, I know what you might be thinking, plugs? Really? But trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll never look at these humble devices the same way again. Picture this. You're in a foreign hotel room, jet-lagged and desperate to charge your phone. You reach for your trusty adapter, only to find that it doesn't fit. Frustration sets in as you wonder, why can't all plugs just be the same? Well, buckle up, because we're about to unravel this mystery and take you on a wild ride through the history, science, and politics behind the plugs that power our world. First, let's play a little game. It's called Guess the Plug. I'll describe a plug, and you try to guess which country or region it belongs to. Ready? Here we go. This plug has 2 flat parallel pins and is used in most of North and Central America, as well as Japan. If you guess type A or B, you're correct. According to the International Electrotechnical Commission, these plugs are used in over 50 countries worldwide. Next up, we have a plug with 2 round pins, commonly found in Europe, South America, and parts of Asia. That's right, it's the Type C plug, also known as the Euro plug. This little globetrotter is used in an astonishing 160 countries, making it the most widely used plug in the world, as reported by the IEC. But here's where things get really interesting. Did you know that there are actually 15 different types of electrical plugs in use around the world? It's true. From the chunky Type G plug used in the United Kingdom to the sleek Type J plug found in Switzerland and Liechtenstein, each one has its own unique design and history. So, why can't we all just agree on one universal plug? Well, it's not for lack of trying. The International Electrotechnical Commission has been working on global plug standardization for decades, but it's a complex issue with no easy solutions. You see, the story of plugs is really the story of the spread of electricity itself. Back in the late 19th century, as countries around the world began to electrify, they each developed their own standards based on local needs and available technology. These early decisions set the stage for the patchwork of plugs we see today. But it's not just about the shape of the pins. Voltage and frequency also vary from country to country. Most use either 110, 120 V or 220, 240 V systems, with frequencies of 50 Hz or 60 Hz. These differences trace back to the early days of electricity, when pioneers like Thomas Edison and Nikola Tesla were locked in a battle over the future of power distribution. Imagine the voltage as water pressure in a hose, and frequency as the speed of the water's pulsation. Now picture trying to connect a hose from the US to one from Europe. You might end up with a trickle or a jet spray. The same principle applies to electrical devices. Mismatched voltages and frequencies can lead to poor performance or even damage. But wait, there's more. Safety is another key factor in plug design. Take the Type G plug used in the United Kingdom, for example. It's often called the safest plug in the world, and for good reason. With its built-in fuse, sturdy construction, and insulated pins, it's like the Fort Knox of plugs. In fact, it's so robust that you could almost use it as a weapon. But please don't try that at home. On the other hand, some plugs prioritize simplicity over safety. The Type C Euro plug, for instance, lacks a ground pin and can be inserted into an outlet in 2 different orientations. While this makes it more versatile, it also increases the risk of shock or short circuits. So what can we learn from all this? Well, for one thing, plugs are a lot more interesting than they might seem at first glance. They're a window into the history of technology, a reflection of cultural differences, and a testament to human ingenuity. But more than that, they're a reminder of our interconnected world. Every time you plug in your phone or laptop, you're tapping into a vast global network of electricity that powers our modern lives. It's a system that spans continents, crosses borders, and brings people together in ways that were once unimaginable. Of course, that interconnectedness also comes with challenges. As anyone who's ever traveled internationally can attest, dealing with different plug types can be a real headache. But fear not, intrepid globetrotter. With a little preparation and the right adapters, you can navigate the world of plugs like a pro. Here are a few tips to keep in mind. Always check the voltage and frequency of your destination country before you travel. Most electronic devices these days can handle a range of voltages, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Invest in a good quality, universal travel adapter. Look for one with built-in surge protection and multiple plug types. If you're bringing along any high-powered appliances like hair dryers or electric shavers, consider buying a dual voltage version or leaving them at home. Trust me, your hotel's blow dryer will get the job done just fine. But beyond the practical considerations, plugs also offer a fascinating glimpse into the future. As technology continues to evolve at a breakneck pace, the way we power our devices is also changing. Wireless charging, for example, is becoming increasingly common, with many smartphones and other gadgets now capable of being charged without any physical connection. Could this be the beginning of the end for plugs as we know them? Only time will tell. But even if plugs do eventually become obsolete, their legacy will live on. They'll be remembered as a crucial link in the chain of technological progress, a humble but essential component of the modern world we've built. So the next time you plug in your device, take a moment to appreciate the engineering marvel in your hands. Think about the history behind it, the people who designed it, and the global network it connects you to. Because in the grand scheme of things, plugs are more than just a means to an end. They're a symbol of human ingenuity, resilience, and the power of connection. And who knows, maybe one day, when we're all using wireless charging and plugs have become a relic of the past, we'll look back on this moment and laugh. We'll tell our grandchildren about the days when we had to carry around a pocket full of adapters just to keep our devices charged, and they'll look at us like we're talking about the Stone Age. But until then, let's embrace the wonderful, wacky world of plugs. Let's marvel at their diversity, their ingenuity, and the way they've shaped our lives in ways both big and small. Because at the end of the day, that's what Understand All is all about. Finding the fascinating in the mundane and discovering the extraordinary in the everyday. So keep plugging away, my friends. Keep exploring, keep learning, and keep marveling at the world around you. And as always, thanks for joining me on this journey of discovery. Until next time, this is Aslakir Gareleaf, signing off.